We're going vertical with this one. And the model I'm using here, ye old nuvi 2457. And to begin, this will apply to a whole bunch of different nuvi models. 2457, 2497, 2557, 2597, nuvi 55, 56, 57, 58, nuvi 65, 66, 67, 68. Probably the 3597, probably the Drive Lux models, maybe, I don't know. But this is if you're using a new, we'll just say nuvi, you're using a nuvi vertically. And I got inspired to do this because of the Drive 40. I've been going 4.3 inch crazy lately. One of the annoying problems with using a 4.3 in a portrait mode like this, vertical, is that if you go to type anything, this sucks. I mean, yeah, it's nice when the bigger buttons are up here, but if you're going to type anything, you are going to mistype stuff. It's going to occur. Yeah, so you have to come up with workarounds for this, and that's what this video is about. But yeah, these are tiny, tiny buttons. Now, interestingly, before continuing, on the 2555 and the 2455 and the 2495 and 2595, you can change the keyboard from QWERTY to A, B, C, D, E. I don't believe you can do that with this one, although I will check right now. No, we cannot do that here. I mean, I can specify the keyboard language, but I cannot set to A, B, C, D, E. So that means we are stuck with that. The only thing we can do is change the case, and we can go here. I mean, it shows QWERTY here, but if I long press that, no, not going to do anything. I mean, I can, see, I'm even having a problem getting that button right there. I can add in a language, but I cannot change that. So what do? Well, this is an instance where on this screen we go by category, which is a whole lot easier, especially for en route stuff, which is where it makes the most sense, to me anyway. So we have categories here, and you have the ability to add shortcuts. Okay, great. Now in previous videos I've shown that well, first I'll show this. The easiest way to see categories, a simplified version of it while en route, is to simply touch the vehicle icon. If it's even that, you have a tough time hitting it. You wait a second, and then we can get hospitals, police stations, and fuel. So if I just do fuel, what, did it register? Nope. Oh, there it goes. So it will show fuel. Okay, fine. But it is altogether better if you do it the category way, because it will show you what side of the road you are on. Now, before getting into the shortcuts, here's how to do it the manual way. Viewing the route right now, back, where to, change this up here to my active route. Yes, I have shown this part before, but anyway, but I have to show this first. Categories, and then gas stations. And this one, see how it says searching near my route, and it will show the gas stations, what side of the road they are on, and at what exit during interstate travel. How nice is that? Beautiful. But you can do this for any category. Aha. And that is where putting in shortcuts actually will help out. So I'm going to give an example of that now. Now bear in mind, you can have several pages of this. I'll show that in a moment, but I'll add a shortcut here and I'll add a category. The first one I will add if I were using this regularly is everyday life, and then you gotta kind of hunt around for it. Yes, it's an auto services. Yeah, tow. I want that. So, searching near my route, need a tow, and it will find them. And at what exit. Granted, most of you who do interstate travel using a Garmin, in the United States, you most likely have a AAA membership. I certainly do. I've been a member for over 20 years. Yes, I have. But yes, that's how you, but even so, nice to have in there. And then we'll go ahead and add another category here. And notice how I did that. So if I'm viewing the map, back where to, this, and that's the only small part you have to tap. Everything else is nice and big. My route, tow. And if anything, from here, what I can do is tap one of these and hit the info icon, and I get the phone number. That means I can grab my cell phone and call them if I had to. And that's the closest one to wherever I would currently be. Good. Okay, so there's that one. The everyday life is the category I would go through first, because you'll most likely find the ones you want to add as favorites most here. So we'll try another one here. Convenience stores is another one, because not every convenience store has a gas station attached to it. Sometimes you just want convenience stores along your route that's the closest, rather than all the ones that have the fuel. So, still searching my route, do this one. And I will show you that when this list populates, see these with the little petrol icons, those are gas stations. But the ones that don't necessarily have fuel attached to them, like this one right here, probably not. Free Life Nutrition. I don't know if that's actually a convenience store or not. Oh, there's another nutrition store. Let me go back up here. Yeah, U-Packet. Scroll down a little bit. Says it's a convenience store. Might be. It's another one you can look at. You'll notice now that the add shortcut is gone. No, it's not. See the down arrow here? There it is. And now we're on page 2. So we'll add in another one. And this time I will do rest areas. So ordinarily you will see this, but I can go down and see more. And I will add on top of that attractions. And I will do historic landmarks. Okay. Add another one. I'll do attractions again. Actually, no, I won't. Try recreation. Oh, do I want that? Oh, stadiums and tracks. There we go. Okay. And it put a golf ball on it for some reason. Okay, that's fine. But I can tap rest areas. Again, along my current route. Okay, it's a long way before the next one, but still, it does show them. And if I do the historic landmarks, show that. There's a monument, memorial, National Military Park. Yep, okay. stadiums and tracks. It's also especially useful to use these if you are happening to use a model such as this one, the 2457, that does not have voice control. So what's this one? Don't know what that is. Baseball park. Memorial Stadium. Coliseum. Another stadium. Another park. Ooh, the Braves. Another park. You get the idea. So now, whenever I'm on my route, I can go back where to, change over to my active route, and then I can just pick a category. Instead of having to actually go in here and deal with this infuriating keyboard when in vertical view. Because I can assure you, you do not want to deal with this when you're in vertical view. You want nice big buttons, which you get when you add a shortcut. I forget the maximum amount of pages that you can have in this, as in, page 1, page 2. I think it's either 3 or 5. I should have looked that up before recording this. I don't remember. I think it actually did say it in the manual. But anyway, you can put in many big buttons. So if you want to add in, just a whole bunch of categories, you totally can. And also, you can add in a saved place. So if you want to, instead of going through your favorites list, if you want to just put in a saved place, you can do it that way too. The only one I would not do is the favorites search, because even with Garmin issued maps, I notice it takes an extraneous long time. Not just because this is a 2457. It just takes a long time for it to process. You are much better off just putting it in by general category. And also bear in mind that, and I'll give you an example of how to use this infuriating keyboard right now. If I were to go to convenience stores here, and it starts to populate the list, I wait till the list populates first. And if I wanted to, I'll go to pilot, I can go to the search up here, and it will only search this category. If I try, see, L-O-T, search. But even when I do this, it just chugs, and not in a good way. Okay, it did it, but I guess I didn't have to wait too long for it. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Especially for a 2457, that's actually not too bad at all. But what I did is I only searched convenience stores for that one. Whereas if I just do a general search through the, see how much faster that was? And I've already got a whole bunch. The only thing you have to remember is that when you go to where to, you do have to go to my active route. Now, if you don't, well, first of all, let me show that when you do, and I did show this before in a previous video, but I do need to show this again. When you do have active route, it will show what side of the road. If you don't, so if I just go back and do where to convenience, different. It bases it on distance and cardinal direction. So this one is 3.5 miles south. This one is almost 4 miles southwest. This one is 4 miles north. Maybe this one is more important to you, so you can pick and choose, I suppose. I like the one that tells me what side of the road it's on the current route. In addition to that, this one is this list is not necessarily showing on the current route. It just finds the nearest one and what cardinal direction it is from where you are currently. That's why it says what that means is my current location up there. So it's different. But if you are the type of person that's using one of these 4.3s, or if you're using it with a 5-inch or even a 6-inch model, and you prefer to use it vertically like this, you do want to avoid that keyboard. Get familiar with how to add shortcuts in this, and yeah, go ahead and populate the list. Start adding buttons. Might be a little cluttered, but remember that you can take these and move them. So I can do that. By the way, it jitters because this is a matte screen model. On the capacitive screens, they don't jitter. But on this, the matte screens, they do. That's okay, it's just a quirk with it. So there you go, that's how to do it.